What narcissists ultimately want and expect from you is to get you stuck and lost in rumination over them. It doesn't matter if you're with them or if they're no longer with you, maybe they discarded you. But in particular, after they discard you, they want you to be lost in rumination over them. Of course, there's nothing that you could have done that would have made them treat you with decency. Of course, there's nothing that you could have done that would have created a healthy bond that could have been lasting and wholesome for the two of you. But narcissists, they want to trap you in the space where you think you could have done something different to help the situation. They want to create so much doubt about what you saw, what you experienced, the behaviors that you interpreted from them. They want you to doubt everything about them and everything about what happened between the two of you. So you might somehow think it was your fault. You might somehow think, oh, the next person they get with in their life, or even the other people who are in their life now, that they somehow have healthy, wholesome relationships with those people, but you just didn't manage it because it was your fault. Trapping you in the space of rumination is how narcissists get their needs met with people because it provides for a very good supply. Confusion, doubt, and probably one of the most lethal feelings, which is the fear of missing out. The fear that maybe had you done something just slightly differently, you could have had a different outcome. Can get you trapped in this space where you focus on them, you focus on what you experienced, you second guess your interpretation of what you experienced, and sometimes you wonder if you should give it another shot. So that's the space that narcissists want to trap you in because it means they're getting all your energy. It means they're getting all your focus. It means you're somehow putting yourself in a space beneath them. Confusion is the narcissist's specialty because dishing out confusion means they can get away with just about everything. And there's at least a plausible, deniable doubt that maybe what you interpreted was not true. Maybe what you interpreted was not the person that you think they are. Maybe somehow you've misconstrued the facts. Maybe somehow you created the outcome that unraveled. So there's nothing better for the narcissist than knowing that they've prevented you from being able to live your life. They've prevented you from being able to confidently go out and seek your own happiness, confidently go out, focus on things, goals, and see those things through fruition. Because by holding you back, by holding back your focus, by keeping your focus on them, not only proves that they're better than you and that they have power and control over you, but it just makes them feel this constant ego massage where they can use you to just feel good about themselves. Because narcissists, they don't want you to see what's really going on, which is that they have nothing going on for themselves, nothing meaningful anyway. Even things that they have going on that they try to use as a source of envy for other people, they don't feel meaning in it because narcissists are empty people. Narcissists are detached from their inner self. Narcissists are detached from the part of them that connects with all the good energy that abounds. And narcissists instead try to access all that positive stuff by getting someone who does have positive qualities and positive traits to focus their energy solely upon them. That's why narcissists look for people who do have a sense of self, who do have a sense of identity, who do feel meaning in things, whether it's big things or small things, who are connected with that part of themselves. And narcissists try to cheat real life, which is because they're not connected with themselves and are not connected with all the goodness that abounds. They try to get somebody who has all that all those qualities and abilities, and they try to get that person to focus their energy on the narcissist, because that's the closest thing they can get to feeling whole. The closest thing the narcissist can ever have to feeling whole is to have somebody who does know how to feel whole, who has that personal integrity of self, and get that person to ruminate over them. So narcissists have this natural instinctive game to get people trapped on the idea of them. That's why they try so hard at times to make you think that they have the ability to offer you everything that you ever wanted, they future fake and so on. And then they do so much of this kind of push, pull, cognitive dissonance. They get you so confused and trying to work out what the hell you're dealing with that you get stuck on them. And then ultimately, when for one reason or another you're no longer with them, you're stuck ruminating on them, which of course plays itself out, and narcissists interpret that. Because that's the way that's the closest the narcissist will ever get to feeling whole, is to get somebody ruminating over them, is to get somebody stuck on the thought of them, is to get somebody in that confused space thinking, well, maybe the narcissist wasn't as bad as they thought they were, and maybe they could have done something just slightly different to have changed the outcome. Because narcissists are experts at breadcrumbing. Narcissists are experts at setting the bar just a hair too high so you can't quite reach the hurdle, but you're almost there. So you try a little bit harder, a little bit harder, a little bit harder, and so on. But the aging narcissist, which I don't talk too much about, but I will in time. The aging narcissist. The narcissist games work well with young, naive people. But people who are older, as the narcissist gets older and their supplies that they have access to are older and more experienced, the tricks just don't work the same way. People pick up on red flags earlier. People have been around the block a few times. In this day and age, if you notice any kind of red flag behavior, even if it's just a gut feel, because narcissists, they do get clever over time. They do try to have more clever tactics. But one thing that you'll always have as being the other person is that gut feel. All it takes is a Google search about some kind of feeling you have or experience, and all of a sudden you become exposed to all this knowledge and awareness of toxic people and manipulation. It becomes very difficult for the manipulators, especially as they get older and they can only target more experienced people. And those experienced people have more experience of life. And of course, all this information on the internet at your fingertips makes it very difficult. But narcissists will always play the same game. They might try to be more clever in terms of how they play the game, but they only ever have one game to play, which is try to manipulate people to get stuck on them so that they can then have their needs being met, where they can simultaneously devalue and discard the person, but still have the person pining over them and focused upon them.